Trigger, you've done it again. Literally. I think this is actually their magnum opus. I think this is actually their best anime. This is Trigger's best anime. I fracking loved every single second of this final. I still would love to see what could have happened with 24 episodes. I want to see where this anime could have gone. What could have happened next. What could have actually realized in the middle of this anime to actually continue. I just want to know. But what they gave us, it was a wild ride. It was a masterpiece nonetheless. For me, it's a 10 out of 10 anime. This literally was perfect for me. There were certain points I was kind of like... But really, as it kind of unraveled, as the whole entire thing came to be, and how it all just kind of wrapped up, and how it just kind of ended, made it 10 out of 10. And honestly say, it literally was, for me, one of those animes that only comes by in a very few times in your lifetime. Spring has been one of those seasons that it's had so many animes, or a couple at that, that really has kind of made you realise, so at least certain one of these animes come very often in a time. You only see these animes once every often, you don't really see them all the time. Kiznaiver was one of them. Kiznaiver literally was a masterpiece, and how it all ended was exquisite. How it all just kind of had a happy ending as well was really, really freaking nice as well. Katsuhira and Noriko got their pain back, and it was just, you know, when Katsuhira gets his pain back at the end, he kind of starts crying because it feels so good. He kind of realizes at that point, yes, I've got my pain back, and it feels so good. I've never felt this pain before, but having this pain here, I've never felt it before, and it feels really good. To myself, got his pain back. My bro got his pain back. I was so freaking happy. But I must say, how the whole entire episode unraveled was really freaking interesting. How these lines that these characters were saying pretty much hit home truly what it really means to be friends, and what it really means to understand your own pain before you can really share it. For me, the most poignant line, the line that I take away from this anime more than anything is Hisomu's line. When Chidori is basically saying to Noriko, look, what about Kajo? What about him? You put him through hell. What about him? And then Tenno just goes, don't stop saying this because you're going to deepen your own wound. And then Hisomu says, yes, carry on, deepen your own wound. If you don't understand your own pain right now, what's the point in sharing it with other people? Unless you can actually realize that pain yourself. What is the entire point of sharing it with everyone else? I thought, freaking hell. Whoever wrote that line, he deserves a freaking Oscar. Like, that was a line and a half. That literally was, pretty much for me, that summed the entirety of the whole pain that people were feeling. It just sums it up. I thought to myself, that's actually really poignant. It actually really, really worked in that situation. It kind of just summed up. It kind of really hit home at a really personal level for me as well. I was like, freaking hell. I was like, feeling some things here, man. I haven't felt this much heartbreak and heart problems in a very freaking long time with an anime. I think the last time was Toradora. This one kind of times it by 10, really. I had so many times that my chest was really freaking hurting. And this episode really was that. And since I kind of realised in this episode, as I said last week, I don't really know if Noriko really understands what true happiness is. I think to herself, I think that she realises what true happiness is being connected to other people, understanding their pain through being connected. If she can understand other people's pain through being connected, I think that's what she understands as true happiness. That's what she realises true happiness is. Because I think that she hasn't been able to connect with people outside of Kizuna program. So she believes the true way of happiness, the true way of world peace, is really being connected to other people, understanding that pain through being connected. And Katsuhira basically sums up, it just goes, just let go. I want to share your pain outside the Kizuna program, because she even says it, like, after Hisomu says that line, she goes, look, I think with Katsuhira's relationship with me, his love for me was because of the Kizuna program. She believes everything that happened really was because of the Kizuna program, but Katsuhira says no. Look, if the Kizuna program never happened, I still would have loved you. I still would have liked you. Everyone else in that facility still would have liked you. Don't freaking worry about it. She believes if she gets rid of that pain that she has, all the things that she's bottled up this whole entire time, the wounds that she carries this whole entire time, I think that she believes that if that was to disappear, that they would disappear as well. She wouldn't have them by her side. I thought to myself, yeah, it's valid because, again, she believed in that whole entire thing. Because as Utsumi was saying in the car with Kachon, she was saying, look, she was lonely before this whole entire thing happened. She was lonely as a child. But when the Kizuna program happened, she fully understood what it means to have friends and what it means to have that idea. And she says, in that point, because, I mean, Noriko says that as well, and says, when I was in that lab, when I was in that facility, I felt the most happiest. And wasn't that the most happiest time for you as well, Katsuhira? Wasn't that the most, kind of happiness point for you as well? That's what I'm getting at, because I think at that point she kind of realised, yes, this is what true happiness is. Being connected to other people really is true happiness. She is not been able to connect to other people outside of the Kizuna program. She has not been able to connect, so she doesn't know what it's like to be able to be with other people outside of this program. She doesn't know truly what it's like. I think the whole entire plan really was, if she was able to kind of connect everyone and just kind of share the pain that she's had, bottled up this whole entire time, she might be able to save everyone else in that facility. I just don't know whether or not she understood herself what she was, the gravitas of what she was doing, what she really was doing. So I don't think she understands completely the whole entire ordeal that she was going through. I think at her heart, her intentions were pure. She believed what she was doing is right. I don't see anything wrong with what she was doing. She believed if she were to connect everyone else into this whole entire program, she could assemble world peace. If everyone else was able to connect and feel each other's wounds and feel each other's pain, I think maybe then, I think world peace would be accomplished. I think that's what she believed. The fact that actually at the beginning, when she kind of was able to kind of connect with people through the Kizuna program, she believed this was a true way of going forward. This was a true way of happiness. And she never ever gave up on it. She carried on through her whole entire life to surpass this whole entire idea. She maybe realized that if she can actually realize the true potential of the Kizuna program, she might be able to assemble world peace through this way. But it kind of brings it back to the whole idea. Really, does she understand what true happiness is? Does she understand herself really? Is what I'm doing true happiness? Is what I'm doing is being connected to other people through this program, through nothing else, not getting to know them outside of this program. Is that true happiness? And so she even said it to everyone else, like, you wouldn't be friends if you weren't connected to these people. You had nothing in common with these people. You wouldn't be friends with them if you weren't connected through the Kizuna program. It's kind of valid, and even Maki said it. Maki says it, like, yes, we have nothing in common, but true friendship is kind of overthinking stuff about them, and that's why you get so worried about it. That's what true friendship is. I thought to myself, yeah, she pretty much summed up what true friendship is. And that line, what Maki says to Noriko, that line pretty much sums up, yes, this is what true friendship is. Worrying about the other person to a point of trying to understand what they're trying to say. You might not understand truly what they're going through. Again, like last week, what happened with Nico in that train. She said on that text, I feel bad for Katsuhiro's friends. You don't understand at that point. She doesn't understand truly how Katsuhiro's feeling at that point. Same thing with friendship. You don't understand truly what that person's going through, but you're going to try your damnedest to understand them. That's what true friendship is. True friendship is that. Try and understand. You might not fully understand what they're going through. You might not be able to comprehend. You might not sympathize on a personal level to them. But true friendship really is that. To try and try and try. And Maki summed it up perfectly. I thought to myself, freaking hell. These writers, they're going all out in this episode. And it's phenomenal, I must say. And how it all ended, it was perfect. How it just kind of all came together. It just... I was crying a lot of times. And even when Noriko let go of the wounds, when Katsuhiro says, just let go, and then Utsumi says, it goes, yes, he's right, just let go, they won't disappear, they will still be there, they like you, they will be your friends, just don't freaking worry about it. That's what I believe that she kind of had in her entire mind. She believed, really, yes, if I were to give up these wounds, would they still like me? Would they still be there? Or would they disappear? Because as it was cutting back to the kind of childhood, because Hiro was saying to her, look, give me back my pain. It says, I don't want to do that because I know you'll disappear. I would be alone. I think that's what she realizes. If she wasn't connected to these people, she would be alone. She let go of this pain. She would be alone. So I don't think she understood truly in her heart what it's like to connect with people outside this whole entire ordeal. And now it's truly like that. She wants to understand. Katsuhiro wants her to understand what it's like to connect with people outside of the Kizuna program. And it was exquisitely done. The visual direction was exquisite. How everything was framed, how everything was shot, how everything was directed. Storyboarding was bloody perfect. There was not one single thing out of place in this episode. It truly was like episode 9 and 10. It was a masterpiece, and how it all just kind of unraveled. How Nico will never give up on Tenga. Even if Chidori and Tenga get together, she won't give up. She'll kind of fight and fight and fight. She will never give up. It was kind of nice, and even to have like a beatdown at sundown. I can't honestly say I love this anime. It literally was. I don't think I'm ever going to forget this anime for a long time. It's a bloody perfect anime, and it's one of those animes I will never see again for a very long time. It hit me on certain levels I'd never been hit before. I mean, again, the last time an anime that's really hit me kind of to a point of when I was like, freaking hell, questioning my own morality here, really was Toradora. It's the last one that ever made me question myself as a person. This is the next one. That's why I would say this is actually in the top 10 animes of all time, because it really just kind of had that exquisite writing. Trigger really went out. And this really is their magnum opus, and I just adored it. And in the end, even Nico saying to Noriko, I want you to be a part of our friendship. I thought to myself, freaking hell, just stop it, you're cry. And then in the end, those people in the facility as well kind of were getting their lives back together. They're still just kind of having semblance of their feelings back. It was all freaking nice. And it's turned the facility into a park as well. It was just so amazing. So I am sad to give this anime up. I really am. Bottom of my heart, I am depressed to just say this is the final episode. This is the final review I will give of Kiznaiver. I want to say next week this is actually going to come back. Like Conquer Revolution, I want to say next week this anime will come back, but it isn't. It's finally over and it's done. And I'm depressed that it's over because it was exquisite. It was so well done. Trigger really went all out this season and did a freaking good job. So, with all that said, I've been a driver. I hope you guys have enjoyed my reviews for this anime. I've enjoyed every single second of reviewing this anime for you guys. I really have. I loved every single moment of reviewing this anime. It was so freaking amazing. I hope you guys have enjoyed my kind of sort of in-depth kind of analysis on these characters and how everything was going about. I hope you guys have enjoyed it because it was really fun kind of dissecting each scene as they kind of went on. And it was really, really fun. So yes, if you want to leave a sub because you have enjoyed my content as a whole, and you kind of want to see me into the next season, do leave a sub. It's quite a bit. But with all that said, having a driver for the final time with Kiznaiver, I will see you guys later.